Hey, today we're going to look at the documents from the 2001 case that Edrick was convicted in, and he ended up spending, I think, a year in jail, and then he got 5 years of probation. So this occurred on the 4th of February 2001, so that's about a week after the Tara Baker incident. It was a felony, which means that his DNA would have been put into CODIS at that time. And he did make an assault upon the person of Christian Foster with a certain cutting tool, a deadly weapon when used offensively, resulting in a large laceration to the neck area, requiring hospitalization and numerous stitches. So Sean Potter, interestingly, is the name on this, and in some of my other videos I've talked about Sean Potter. Him and Courtney Gale were the two lead detectives looking into the Tara Baker case in 2006, and he ended up unaliving in 2007. I'm not sure how. So this charge, something that I thought was interesting here is Edrick's address as listed on the criminal arrest warrant. So you can see there's an address that's been crossed out and then an address that's been written in its place. And that same address, Old Hull Road, is also on this document, the arrest report. So it seems as though that's where he was living at that time, not actually Cooper Road, as they said in the trial. So, I mean, to me, that's a pretty big fact that they didn't have correctly, especially when they used the drone footage to try and show that like it was some kind of evidence, because they said that he was living so close to Tara's apartments, but he wasn't. And I just looked those up on Google Maps to see how far away they were. This is the first address that had been crossed out on the form. So still 5 minutes drive by car from where Tara was living at the time. And then that's Cooper Road there. And then the other address, you can see it's quite far away, about 10 minutes by car. And that was apartments here, which is now called Serene at Northside, apparently. So that's pretty far away. I mean, I don't see why he would be walking around on Friday morning wearing orange all the way over here, like people said they saw a black guy. And the next thing that was interesting, the state was trying to introduce this conflict with Christian Foster as propensity evidence. So this is the motion in limine that Attorney Cruz put in, and it just goes through the context of that incident and how different it is to Tara's case. I'm not going to read that, but if you want to, you can pause it and read it if you like. But yeah, just completely different. He talks about how it was an extremely enraged individual, like just not the same, and that what had happened with Mr. Foster was a drawn-out interpersonal conflict. It started at home, then a couple of weeks later, they saw each other at the nightclub, had words, went outside, had words. Then later, Mr. Foster and his friend came to Edrick's house, and that ended with Edrick cutting Mr. Foster on the left side of his neck and running away. So he got charged with aggravated assault for that, and he was convicted and received 1 year in jail and 5 years probation. So this didn't come in because it would have been prejudicial. But I think the point is, if they were looking to introduce that, they would have known that his address was not 350 Cooper Road. It's literally on the paperwork that is on the docket. So they would have that information. So I don't know if is that some sort of prosecutorial misconduct? Because I don't know. It just doesn't seem right in any way to me. Let me know what you think.